Y'all made the wedding her day. It's a day you don't care about. So when it shows up every single year as the time when you all are supposed to intentionally celebrate one another and the life that you've built together, it's her day. Y'all don't care, so you don't recognize.
I have a theory. The more the wedding is about her day, the more likely she's going to be exploited in that relationship and hate her life. Seriously, the wedding should not be her day. And it's so funny because I think it's been normalized, partly because I think Instagram and like the whole bridezilla stuff and the way that like the wedding industry or whatever has just pushed this on us. It's like they're fighting their last dying breath. They're like, all right, let's exploit these women's need for, everyone to congratulate them and all that stuff, the pictures, like it just keeps getting worse. Like that photo, when you can finally post that photo on Instagram and Facebook being like, I said yes, yay. It's like, I've actually caught myself before I got married or even thought I'd get married. I was like, what a shame. I'll never have a Facebook post where everyone congratulates me for something really big in my life. Like I'm not going to get that congratulations for a book. I'll get some, but nothing like the level that we celebrate women saying yes, right? Or that I remember being like, well, I'm child free. I never want to have a kid, but I really wish I could post a photo with a child. And then I was like, oh my God, that's so messed up. Oh my God, look at my dog's eye. But I swear, like, that is just like, that's what capitalism's at, man. It's like this culture of, in it, like capitalism, white supremacy, individualism, patriarchy, like all of this stuff, it's like women get so much praise for nabbing that man the best day of her life, but it's never like sold to men as the best day of their life. It's sold to them as like this thing that they just like, when they literally benefit from marriage. They're the ones benefiting from marriage, not us. I'm not saying there aren't any benefits to marriage for women, right? It gives you a security. It gives you all kinds of stuff. I would not have gotten married if it didn't benefit me. But who you marry and how they think of women and partnership and you specifically rather than what you do for them, that makes all the difference in the world. And so many women, you see their weddings are literally like her day. It doesn't make sense. It makes no sense. Why is it her day? This is literally about y'all. I mean, I am all about celebrating women's divorce day because that is all about her. She's finally free. Can finally go live her life and pour into herself the way that marriage under patriarchy to a man who doesn't see you as a human being forces her to pour into him, center him. He's the sun. She's just a planet who orbits around him, and so will the children, and so is literally everything because it's always about him. And yet he has never been conditioned under patriarchy in the way, because he's a man, to ever center her. And the only time men will is if they're like, oh my God, this woman is amazing. I just can't. Look at that lip. Look at that lip. Oh, sorry. And not only is like her day bad in terms of like the longevity of the relationship, but it also means that he probably got, as one of my mutuals calls it, the shut up ring. I'm going to tag her. There's a whole series on shut up rings. So many of these men have convinced us that they're the prize, not us, and that we should just be so grateful that they want to marry us, even though they get all the social capital. They exploit us so much in marriage. They make more money at their job. Like they get all of the things, right? Anytime they need to rebrand from being a bad boy, just get married and then have some kids and then you can have a whole new life. So if it's her day and it's all about her, like all about her. Now I understand like the dress. I mean, a tuxedo is like kind of boring, okay? I understand why like the dress is like, wow, right? But in terms of like, it is supposed to be about teamwork. That is literally what marriage is supposed to be. Right? But under patriarchy, that's not what it's about at all, right? Unless you are in a marriage with a man who A, loves the crap out of you, the individual, not you as a wife or a woman or someone to do all the stuff for him that he doesn't want to do for himself. And unless he is really willing to look at patriarchy and how it benefits him and how he's actually going to be socially conditioned to exploit you on some level, if he doesn't keep it in check and learn how it works. Because I promise you, there's not a marriage that this is not going to come up in. The most woke man is still going to defer to women for some crap that should not be our business to do. So in my experience, the weddings that are more about them, the couple, than her day are the ones that have a shot. Anytime it's all about her. Now, I'm not saying like, you know, him like being like, God, she's amazing. I'm saying literally it's her day. It's her day and he just shows up. His vows suck. Like he does the smash cake in her face. Like all the things that show that this dude is just like, God, I'm only doing this because I benefit from it, but I don't really want to. I'll probably cheat on her anyway because I don't even like this woman. Like that's a lot of these men are actually, what are you doing? A lot of these men, that's really like, they won't say it out loud, although they have podcasts now, so they actually do say it out loud. But that's how a lot of their attitudes are. They're literally just doing it because that's the thing they know they need to do to advance. And they don't want to die alone. They don't want to die alone, not us. We will not die alone. They will. And they know that they need someone to take care of them because, you know, they don't want to take care of themselves. They don't want to do any of this crap. And so if it is her day, that's her funeral. That's her funeral. That is the end of her life in terms of like autonomy and like dreams and hopes and all that stuff. That's the end, baby. But if it is really truly a partnership, it is y'all's day. And she may get to shine more because her dress is amazing and her hair is amazing and her makeup's amazing and all that stuff. But in terms of like the attitude towards it, if he's just showing up because it's her day, that's the last day of her freedom. Every day from there on out, it's his day. Right, Mose?